In today's video, we're going to be reviewing the Hydrow Rower. I'm going to share all the things that I like about it, the things I don't like about it, and what my experience is like with this product, the hardware. And at the end of this video, you'll know should you buy this or not. If you do plan to buy it, there are discount codes and links down below. Use that, it'll help support the channel. Now it comes to the setup and kind of moving it around your house. So what's really nice about the Hydrow Rower compared to like maybe the Concept 2 or Ergatta or some of these other rowers is that it's very small profile in terms of the space in front of the rower. This is a magnetic based rower. It's not a fan or a water based rower. So it's super small in the front here. And if I do want to store it, I can store it upright. All I need to do is press this button, and then you do have to buy a kit that will help hold it upright. But I can go ahead and just lift this up, and I can roll it to wherever I need to, and then I can go ahead and store the rower upright. If you do plan to buy the Hydrow Rower, make sure to use my link down below. You might get a discount, and it's gonna help support the channel. It's pretty tall. This thing is taller than me. It takes up a decent amount of footprint space on the bottom, but this is gonna take up a lot less space than if you had the rower out in the living room. And ideally, you do want to tie this because it is a little wobbly, as you can tell. So if something does knock it, there's a little bit of movement. There is a probability for this to fall. So just make sure you buy that kit to allow you to safely keep it upright when you're storing it. And then when it's time to use it, you can go ahead and bring it back down. Go ahead and flip the screen up. Locks into place. Boom. And there is a single power cable here that will go straight into the power. You can power it up, connect to the Wi-Fi. If your Wi-Fi just doesn't reach that far, you will have to use Ethernet. And then this is kind of what the rower looks like. So design and look and feel of the rower. If you check this rower out, it looks very clean, very modern. It's super simple. I would almost call this like the iPhone of rowers because it's just very sleek. I like the look of it, like the feel. Even from the handles, if you come look at the handles here, there's definitely a little bit of cushion. They're wide. They have a little groove for your fingers at the top. The straps are very high quality. The magnetic rower itself is very silent. There is a little bit of noise, but it's very well built. The wheels, the area where you put your feet in, the straps, like everything just feels and looks like it's very high quality, so I do appreciate that. The sliding mechanism here, like it's really good. This is like very well built rowing machine, so that I do like. The screen though, it is not very high pixel count. So like I can see the pixels when I'm looking at it right here. Sometimes when you go back a little bit farther, it does look okay, but when you're up in front of it, you're like, oh, I can see literally all the pixels in the screen. There's a speaker here that the audio is okay. It's not great. I'd probably prefer to use Bluetooth speakers or headphones, which it supports. And then there are buttons on the side to be able to control the audio levels and everything else. And you're able to tilt this. You can rotate it up to 90 degrees total. So it gets you about like 30, 45 degrees in each direction. If you want to do some of the other workouts on the side. So that's pretty nice. It's pretty easy to maneuver and move around. For the feet, I like that they have the numbers here so you know which number is yours, and anytime you need to readjust and someone else is using it, you can do that, so that's really convenient. And this one did come with a mat, so if you want to put the rower down on the floor, it is recommended to put this mat to protect your flooring. And when you're sweating a ton, it's gonna be easier to clean your mat than your carpet or whatever wood flooring you might have. I think the screen's about 22 inches, I want to say. Decent, it's relatively bright. You know, we're outdoors right now and I'm able to see it, so it's not the best screen, but it's also not the worst screen. So now in terms of noise, let's show you how loud this thing is when you're rowing. This is what it sounds like. All right, so that's what it's gonna sound like. There is a very light humming noise coming from the magnetic motor and the resistance, and then a little bit of a noise from the seat moving forward and back. But it is probably the quietest rower that I've ever tested. These are the settings. When it comes to Wi-Fi, you can connect to your local Wi-Fi networks. We can connect an external heart rate monitor, so as long as I have something nearby. So if I want to use my Apple Watch, we want to pull up Hydrow app. Pairing with your Hydrow, Apple Watch is connected. Look how fast that was. Now it's getting my heart rate, 83 beats per minute. Let's go. So now my Apple Watch heart rate is connected. If I want Bluetooth audio, I can connect speakers or headphones. If I have an Ethernet for more reliable internet, I can do that as well. Display, brightness levels, sound. You can also control the volume with these side buttons as well. Hydrow mode. And now this is where I would select my profile. So you can have unlimited profiles, I think, on this page. So as many people in your family. So now here is where I can see all the featured collections. So they got a whole bunch of collections here. You know, it's a little bit laggy. It's not gonna feel like you're using an iPhone. So I'm not in love with that experience, but it works. It's still here. This is what the Hydrow Wave looks like. It's much smaller. They have live classes, so I can go ahead and see the schedule, when they are, how long these live classes are. If I wanna join one, I can easily do that. I can see all the instructors. If I develop like, you know, certain instructors I know on Peloton I really like, so I like to take their classes. And if that happens with Hydrow, you can also do that too. So it's good to have a wide variety of personalities. They're popular workouts. You can see how many people have rowed. There will even be rankings while you're rowing. There's my Apple Watch. It shows my heart rate, no Bluetooth audio. If you're new to rowing, there are some basic videos that you can also watch as well. And then I can save and filter by everything that I want to on the Hydrow library app. So by instructor, by the duration of the class, the workout type, right? There's different levels of rowing, and then there's a wide variety of other classes that I can also join, the workout style, the location if you're really adamant and you're like, I need to be in the Czech Republic, which I do love, gorgeous city, the type of music, like we can do that. I think I want dance and Czech in the Czech Republic. Boom, Prague, love Prague, there we go. So now, 1 minute challenge row, let's try that. So here we go, it's gonna show my rankings on the rower.
We are here doing a 1 minute.
If I need to change the intensity, I can do that here. You're probably not gonna do that very often, but that is available. My Apple Watch is now live streaming my heart rate. I can change the type of mix of audio, and now I can see all my stats. How fast I'm going, my average, my total distance, calories burned, and my live heart rate from my Apple Watch. And this is beautiful. I can see the Czech Republic. I've actually been on this boat right here, so that's gorgeous. They're gonna have multiple angles. There's a boat following her, which is absolutely insane. And now it's gonna show my rankings right here. Sadly, you can't really interact with that. Like, you know, you can clap in Peloton, but it's there and it's fun, and I like it because it motivates me to go harder. It's very similar and almost looks exactly like the Peloton rankings when you're doing one of their classes. It shows the song on the top left, my overall data on the bottom row, and now we're going. It's a 1 minute, so we got 20 seconds left. Does this mean we need to go as fast as possible? I think so, right? Can we get under 2 minutes, baby? Look, you can see the clock, how much time is left on that boat. That's kind of cool. A little behind the scenes of their filming crew with our filming crew. Boom! So I got 1,049 out of 2,600 people. So she's also exhausted because she pushed it as well. Bam, there we go. I got a little leaf award. That's kind of cool, right? Continue, Thanksgiving badge. 110 beats per minute. Let's go. All right, now continue. Boom, we got a whole bunch of badges, baby. Prague, it's just the award season. Now it's gonna show my final stats from that. I can go ahead and jump straight into a cool down. Maybe I wanna do yoga or a 5-minute posture cool down. Maybe we'll pick yoga. These are all my stats. They're gonna quickly disappear. So now if I wanna do yoga, what I would want to do is probably turn the screen sideways. And then if I have space next to me, I can pull out a mat and go ahead and follow the yoga right here. So I can still see the screen, and I have space where I can do that practice, and I'm still using the same device. So it makes it super simple to just do a workout and cool down, which I really, really love. Now, a big part of staying motivated is seeing your progress. So being able to see how many days you're active, the total number of meters. There's different challenges that actually will help charity. So I can see all my workouts right here, my past workout history. That's super helpful. And I love having this calendar. Sometimes having a streak, especially on the Peloton, has helped me. So knowing that this rower also provides that is super exciting. You can see my overall data about my stats. If you need help, there is help here as well to kind of give you the basics around rowing. And then finally the settings that I can jump into. So very simple to use. You know, the menus on the bottom, all the classes, the library, it's really easy. And here are the programs. So I can go to the Learn to Row program. It's gonna take me through 3 days of learning how to row. There's a fitness builder program. So it's gonna give me the 3 days for the first week, and it's 3 workouts every week, and I can follow that entire program. I think having a program, some structured way that you can follow is very important, because then it can motivate you and keep you excited to keep coming back. Because you're like, I don't have to think about what I'm doing, but I know that this program will help me achieve a certain goal. So maybe it's endurance. So here we have 4 workouts during a week, and the 30-minute endurance workouts. And over the next 4 weeks, you're gonna build your endurance overall. So I think having a program, right, makes everything much easier. Anytime you can take out the thought, the decision-making around working out and simplify it as much as possible is really important, because that will hopefully get you back to doing whatever that workout it is. So the one downside I think with the Hydrow is that it does not provide a way to just simply start rowing. Like I wanna come up here and just do an open row, show my stats, nothing else, but it doesn't look like an open row option is available. And I think that's really disappointing, because this is such a nice rower. Like yes, the classes are nice, the programming is nice, and if you want to use that, that's great. But sometimes I just wanna open row, and I wanna have that option as well. And that's not available here. So maybe they can add that with a software update. Hydrow, can we just add that, make it easy? Because I think this could also just be a great rower to have if you want to do your own kind of rowing workouts. Maybe it's just like a 45-minute zone 2 on the rower. Don't need a class, and maybe I don't want to run a class. So I'd love to see that in the future. That's kind of the screen and the software. Let's get back to Shervin in the past. If you're new to rowing, like I'm not the biggest rower and I probably don't have the biggest rowing skills, you can actually book a one-on-one coaching session with one of their coaches, and they will actually walk you through your rowing. You'll jump on a Zoom video call and they'll look at your rowing form and give you feedback on how to make it better and how to row properly. So I think that's really important to make sure that you don't get injured, especially if you're really going to start rowing a lot. Hydrow also offers a mobile app and an Apple Watch integration. We'll do a quick mobile app walkthrough. This is the home page. You can kind of see there's different challenges going on right now. So we have like a Thanksgiving challenge, meet the athletes. You can meet who the coaches are, what they're like, get to know their personalities, their favorite things. And you can also follow them if they're there, maybe even see their Instagram. That's pretty cool. And then you have a wide variety of like strength, Pilates workouts, yoga and awareness, mobility, stretching, circuit. Obviously they're typical rowing classes as well, and they're all filmed outdoors, which is super neat. And you can star, favorite, you can go ahead and jump into there and say, hey, maybe I want to change the music because I don't like that. I can row, I can invite people to come and join me. I can host a session. I can hit row. It's gonna have this song up here.
I'm sure a great workout.
I can do only music.
We have a 5-minute cool down.
Only the athlete.
Very excited about. We're in Newport Beach, California. We have our crew with us: Kellen, Andrea, Sam. We're feeling really good today. We're just gonna get some kicks in, all right? Let's go ahead and grab that handle and follow my hands.
There's the Strava integration. It's gonna post what workout I did, max rhythm, form steady, my moving time. It's gonna have all the stats here as well if I want to see it. And I can share this to all platforms if I'd like. There's cool little social media where you get your friends excited. I think that's awesome. And then we can kind of row at our own pace if we want. Add our own music, and then there's a feed where I can see, all right, I followed DesFit, so I can see all the rows that he's done, how long they were, what dates he did them. I can see my own workout summaries and activities, milestones, last 30 days, 70 days, my history. If I did any kind of racing, where I rank in the races, and then finally my profile, who I'm following, I can find people and I can share this. Yeah, there's a whole Hydrow 101 if you want to follow that and don't know how to row. I think that's really important.
Hey, I'm Danny, and I'm going to talk to you about taking care of your hydro. After every row, make sure you clean your hydro thoroughly, especially the... Let's do that again. 1, 2, 3.
So that's really nice. You have support if you need. Refer a friend. There's a link down below if you want to get a Hydrow. So use that. Hydrow win of the day, push notifications. Go to their live schedule, see what live schedules are there. If I want to add it to my calendar, I can do that right there. View the live classes. If I want to filter by different athletes, the duration of the class, the workout type, workout style, the location. Maybe I want to be in a specific place. I can do that. Certain kinds of music. Let's say 90s hip hop. We can apply, and it's only going to show me 90s hip hop. And I can favorite those classes. We have notifications right here for anything that I've done. That's what the Hydrow app looks like. Back to you, Shervin. Now what about competitors? So there are a couple competitors in the rowing space. We have the Concept 2 Row Erg, and that's probably the most popular rowing device out there. That's fan-based, it's a bit louder, the screen is super simple, it's small, and you don't need to do much to get going. It's definitely high quality, it's a great rower. We have the Ergatta, which is water-based. That one's even simpler, it's very wood-based, and it can fit in your living room, look really clean, look really nice. Aviron, which I think is more of a gaming-based fun rower. Ergatta also offers more fun game-based classes as well. And then there's a whole bunch of other brands like Nordic Track and things like that. So where does the Hydrow play in that game? So I've only used the Concept 2 Erg at my gym. I've used the Ergatta rower, which we have, and I've seen the Aviron. There's also the Peloton rower. So that recently came out as well. So now this is like competing with that. And they're all in the price range of like $1,800 to $3,000. And it's like, which one do you pick? I think you need to go with the rower that offers the best functions and motivation for you. So if you're someone who loves competition, maybe you love classes, then the Hydrow or the Peloton rower will be good. If you're someone who prefers more of a gaming concept where you're kind of playing games and you're not really thinking about working out, then the Ergatta or Aviron are probably good options. And if you're someone who just wants to row, maybe you're training for something and you don't need all this fancy stuff, no screen, yes, it can be nice, but honestly, it's not that necessary. And if you can save money, then maybe it's the Concept 2. Because in addition, on top of these prices, there is a membership. So I think right now it's $44 a month, and these memberships keep increasing as years goes on, but they're always updating with live classes. They're updating with new classes that you can play and record, and they're updating the feature set as well. There is a Hydrow Wave Rower, which is actually smaller, it's lighter, it's smaller form factor, smaller screen, and they have multiple colors if you want to get a little fancy with colors. So they have that option too, and they offer all the same software features, the same classes, the same live classes as well. Now, is the Hydrow Rower worth buying? Honestly, I think it could be worth it if you're someone who wants a very high quality, clean looking kind of like metal rower that's relatively quiet. Maybe you have kids sleeping in the living room or you just don't want to make a lot of noise. That's what it's perfect for, because a lot of these other rowers are going to be extremely loud. And then two, if you love classes and live classes and you want something visually stimulating to keep you in the moment, feel like you're outside, you're exploring, and you just can't go anywhere else for rowing. Since you enjoyed this video, also go watch my review of the Ergatta rower. It'll be linked right here.